Morning, Steve Fried in Chicago with the morning grain comments. First of all, overnight nearby beans are up, while November corn is down a little bit, corn and wheat's down a little bit. So we're kind of grinding right now with the main focus in the market is trying to buy enough beans to satisfy the old crop demand before harvest. It seems like basis levels continue to go up daily as our protein demand is better than expected and the beans out there seem to be less than hoped. We are getting into a little bit of the southern harvest, and those beans will be needed to satisfy the old crop demand. As far as the weather is concerned, it did not rain across the central part of Illinois yesterday, and it looks like we're going to warm up. There is some rains in western Iowa right now that'll move across the Midwest, but everybody except central Illinois probably will get a shot of rain. Overall, the Pro Farmer Tour has found corn yields in Indiana better than expected. I think the same is true for Illinois. They did show that maybe the Nebraska yield is a little bit lower than what the USDA has been saying. Pod counts across the Midwest are higher than expected. That all leads to the talk of the final corn yield maybe getting bigger. And if that happens, and if China doesn't take as much corn as last year, and there's a lot of feed wheat in the world, we could still see corn prices work lower. There's a seasonal and bearish year low of corn in late November. As far as the beans are concerned, the big China's demand, the big inverse of the market's holding the bean market up versus where some feel value is. Historically, in bearish years, you tend to make lows later in the crop season once we get this inverse over and once we get closer maybe to the South American harvest. And once we get a better handle on what the final bean yield is. Wheat market is being supported a little bit by some of the quality issues in our spring wheat areas in Europe, and also a little bit of concern about the Ukraine production and how much milling wheat they'll have for export. Again, a little bit lower over trade overnight except nearby beans, and we expect as long as weather is cooperative that prices should leak lower. As always, these are my thoughts and those and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.
You're all 780-868-75.